Mental health has become a serious issue in today's world. In our practice today, we're exploring some of the best yoga poses for better mental health that will leave you feeling absolutely refreshed. So stay tuned. Hi, my name is Arundhati and welcome back to the Aham Yoga channel. In today's practice, we're exploring some of the best yoga poses to do for better mental health. We'll be opening the shoulders, we'll be opening the chest, we'll be doing some back bends, and we're going upside down. For today's practice, you would need a couple of props, a yoga strap or a towel or anything that would work as a strap. Couple of yoga blocks, and this is absolutely luxurious. If you have a bolster, then grab your bolster and blankets. Now, if you do not have any of these props, it's completely okay. You can still practice every single pose that we're going to do today. As always, if you are new here, remember to subscribe and hit like once you finish practicing. So let's begin. For our first pose today, we'll begin on our knees. So once you're on your knees, step your left leg out to the left side, stack your ankle right below your knee. Have a block on your right hand side. Now it depends, you want to be able to reach the block, so make sure you go high or low depending on what you need. Now inhale, reach both arms wide. As you exhale, just bring your left arm to the inside of your left thigh and reach your right arm over your head. Remember to drop your head and relax the neck. Look down if this troubles the neck. And again, reach back up as you inhale, and as you exhale, take it to the other side. Bringing your left arm down, reach your right arm over your head. Again, look down if this troubles your neck. And then inhale, come back center, and exhale. Now keep moving. Try not to stop. Think of this as a pendulum action. Again, inhale, center, and then exhale. We've got 2 more rounds on this side. Inhale, center, and then exhale out to the side. 1 more coming back center, and then reach. This is our final round. Inhale, reach wide, and exhale out to the other side. 1 more. Inhale, come back center, and then exhale, going over to the side. And now inhale, come back center, and straighten out the leg. Okay, you want to have the foot flexed and pad the heel as needed. Now inhale, reach wide again. As you exhale, same thing. Just bending to the side, opening up all the muscles in our sides of the ribs. Inhale, come back center. The same action, try not to collapse. Reach the arm over. Again, inhale, center. Exhale to the side. We've got 2 more. Inhale, coming back. And exhale, going over. 1 last one. Inhale, reach. And exhale, finish off. And now inhale with control, come back center, switch sides. Take your block to your left side and bring your right leg out to the right side. Knee and ankle in line and foot in line with the knee. Inhale, arms reach. Again, exhale, drop the head, soften in your shoulders, reach your right arm over. Inhale, reach through your fingertips, and exhale, going to the other side. Keep going. We've got 3 more rounds. Inhale here. Exhale. Again, the goal is not to touch the hand down. It's just to nudge the thigh back and then return center and switch to the other side. Keep going. Again, reaching out and down and really starting to open up all the intercostal muscles here, and then slowly come back center and then out to the side. I think we've got 1 more round. Inhale, reach wide, and exhale, going out to the side. Last one here. Inhale, come center, and exhale. Now inhale, come back center, and then straighten this leg. Okay, again, because we're practicing for better mental health, you want to make sure you get a lot of breath in. So keep track of your breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, out to the side. So you'll feel this giant stretch here, and that's exactly what you want. Come back center, and then like a pendulum, just going to the other side. Try not to fall over. Again, reach back center, and another side. We've got just 1 more round after this one. Come back center, keeping the core tight. And last one. You should already be feeling pretty warm as we move through this. And come center and then out to the other side. And then inhale, come back center and then release. Now we're moving on. At this point you want to grab a strap and come to stand. Now that you've grabbed your strap, you want to have your hands nice and wide. I would say definitely wider than your shoulders, and feel free to give yourself more strap if you need to. Now take your arms behind you, okay? So keep your ribs in, drop the tail towards the mat, take your arms behind you, elbows nice and straight, go wider here if you need to. Now as you inhale, reach your arms back, really opening up the chest here, turn your palms up and then take your arms all the way back and up. Okay, again go wider on your strap if you need this. Again, as you inhale, reach the arms up, overhead, stop somewhere close to the head and then reach back. Just these big semicircle actions. Again, be mindful to not push your ribs forward. Keep the center of your body nice and strong. And this is an excellent pose for posture too, for the health of the shoulders. What this will do is it will help us open the chest, which really helps in poses that aid mental health. Okay, so again going back up and then taking it back. One more like that. Inhale, reach up and exhale. Let's do a bonus round just because it feels so good. Inhale, reaching up and then exhale. Arms reach back, lengthen. Try not to cheat that last one and then bring it down. Okay, now take your strap and put it down. You don't need it for a moment. Come to the top of your mat. Okay, we're going to modify a sun salutation. So feet together, inhale, roll your shoulders back, press into your mat. And on your next in-breath, inhale, arms overhead. And as you exhale, full fold here into Uttanasana. If your hamstrings are not warm, feel free to bend your knees, or if your back troubles you. Now inhale, lengthen halfway, hands on your shins, press against your legs, lengthen. As you exhale, high lunge, step your right leg far back, straighten the back knee. Inhale, as you lift up, press into your mat, interlock your palms behind you, roll open your shoulders. Take one breath here. Again, being really strong in your legs. And then as you inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhaling, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, switch to high plank. As you exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can drop your knees if needed. Inhale, lift up, upward facing dog. Roll open your shoulders. And exhale, curl your toes in. Lift your hips up and draw the hips back. Now inhale, right foot steps forward again. High lunge on this side. Use both feet evenly. Roll your shoulders back. Interlock both hands and lift and open the chest. And then as you exhale, sweep both hands down, step forward into Uttanasana again, letting the head drop. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead and hands draw down to your heart center, left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, full Uttanasana, folding in. Again, inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, high lunge on this side, leg steps far back, right knee over your ankle. Inhale, reach your arms up first and then sweep your arms back behind you. Roll open your shoulders, be strong with your arms here. Settle in. As you inhale, release your hands, switch back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Both hands and feet in line. Option to move forward, inhale, high plank. Exhale, bend at the elbows, lower down. Inhale, lift up, open into up dog. And as you exhale, curl your toes, lift your hips up and back. Inhale, left foot steps forward here. Again, sweep your arms behind you, roll open your shoulders, opening that chest. And as you exhale, both hands on your mat and then step the back leg in, folding into Uttanasana. Inhale, reach your arms overhead and hands draw to your heart center. Now adding a twist in that lunge. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, halfway up. As you exhale, high lunge on your right leg again. This time, straighten the back leg. Sweep your right arm up. Keep the left hand on the hip. Inhale, reach through your fingertips. And as you exhale, hook your right elbow outside your left thigh. Try this a few times. Get nice and deep. You can always lower the back knee if balance becomes an issue. Join your palms. And now push against your leg. Turn and twist in this pose. Be strong on that back leg. And as you exhale, unwind. Go back to downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Lower slowly your Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And let's find another downward facing dog. Now switch sides, bring your right foot forward. Come back into your high lunge. And now take your left arm up. This time hooking the left elbow outside your right thigh. Try that a few times till you get a really good lock and straighten out that back leg, full power to the back leg. As you exhale, get a little deeper in your twist. And then unwind and find downward facing dog. Option to move through Chaturanga. Inhale, high plank. Keeping the elbows close to the body, lower down. Lift back up. Inhale, full Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, drawing back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now look ahead. Take a giant step or hop. Come halfway up. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, you fold into full Uttanasana. Now inhale, sweep your arms up and hands draw down to your heart center. Now from here, come to the center of your mat and step your feet wide. Okay, reach your arms apart, bring your feet under your hands. As you inhale, we're moving into triangle pose with a little bit of shoulder work. So turn your right toes out, left toes in. Again, root through your feet. Be nice and strong with your arms here. As you inhale, root your left heel, reach through your right fingertips and bring your right arm on the inside of your right leg. Now you're welcome to use a block here if you notice balance becomes a little wobbly. As you inhale, reach up through your left hand. And this time as you exhale, turn your palm, reach over your head. So pulling the hips back as the arm reaches forward. And then you drop your top arm and you're making circles with this arm. And then you inhale. It's like you've got something, like think of it as a cake plate in your arm. You take that over your head, you bring it down, and then you start that again. Again, so big circles. The chest stays open. It looks deceptively easy, but it's a lot of work. Okay, and then one more here. So we're doing 5 rounds on each arm. And then as you finish, bend the front knee, lift up, go straight into warrior 2 for a brief transition. And now exhale, reach your left arm, side angle pose. Take your top arm up and over. Okay. Now if your shoulder will let you, reach your arm just like we did in the first pose where we're opening up the side ribs. Now root your left heel, tuck your tail towards the mat and draw the left hip open and roll the right sit bone under the body a little more. One more breath here. It's really one of my favorite poses. And then slowly come back up, feet parallel and step both legs in. Again, take a full breath in Tadasana. And other side. Okay, turn your left toes out, right toes in. Square your hips to the long end of your mat and sweep your arms apart. Root your right heel, inhale, reach through your left fingertips and come down into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Again, working the shoulder on the top arm, turn the palm. As you inhale, start to reach over the head, keeping the shoulders and chest stacked. And then exhale, make those circles. Again, reach for that plate with your right arm. Take it over your head and then bring it in. We've got 3 more like this. So inhale, turn, arm over your head, bring it down. 2 more. Again, reach back, turn the arm. You could go much slower than I am if that's what your shoulders need this evening or morning. And then reach. Now bend the front knee, lift up, readjust your stance as needed, and now reach through your left fingers, side angle on this side. Okay, top arm is your choice, either in line with your shoulder or you take it over your head. Again, staying really strong in your legs here. Root the right heel, tuck the tail towards the heels, and now roll your left sit bone forward, right hip opens up. 1 more breath here. It looks deceptively simple, but it will make your whole body work in this pose. Coming out of it, inhale and exhale, step both feet together. Okay, now from here, we're going to go back down on our mat. So come to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. As you exhale, folding in. Now option, inhale, come halfway up, go straight to down dog, or we'll meet in high plank. Inhale in high plank, and as you exhale, lower down. 1 more lift into up dog, and then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. And drop your knees down in down dog. We're going to transition to the floor. At this point, if you have your blanket, grab it. And if you don't have a blanket, it's totally fine. You can absolutely do the next pose without it. Just adding the blanket makes it a little more easier. So grab it, roll your blanket up and place it. What we're doing with this blanket is we're placing it right below our ribs. So it's essentially going to help us open our chest and helps our spine bend backwards. Because we're working on mental health, we're doing a lot of chest opening, shoulder work, essentially working on opening the heart as well as sending some blood flow to the brain. So now lie on your belly. Make sure you, if you're using the blanket, make sure you position it right under your ribs, not on your belly or at the top of your chest. You'll absolutely hate it if it's in the wrong spot. Now, from here, bend your knees, okay? You can do 1 leg at a time if both feet are challenging. Grab onto your ankles, flex your feet, okay? Now roll open your shoulders and start to kick back with your heels and lift your ribs and your chest off your blanket. Dhanurasana Bow Pose. Really being strong in this pose. Keep drawing your heels back. Look straight ahead. And as you exhale, let it go. And you could just melt over that blanket for a minute. Well, probably a minute's too long. Okay, and let's try this again. So you come back up. If you're new to Dhanurasana Bow Pose, it can be challenging. It gets better with practice. Okay, bend your knees again. Grab your ankles. Just make sure you don't do this pose right after a meal. As you inhale, reach back. And lift up. Strong legs, lift the chest up, looking straight ahead. And let it go, slowly come down. And this time, you get to lift off that blanket. We don't need actually we do need the blanket. Now, come up on your hands and knees. So, we're moving from one back bend into the next back bend. If you have, take your blanket with you, okay? Come to kneel down and place the blanket or the bolster on your heels. Again, you don't need the prop if you don't have it. Lift and roll your shoulders back. Drop your tailbone to your mat. Lift the chest up. Now stick your chin to your chest. As you inhale, push your hips forward. Lift the chest up. Reach one arm back. Reach the other arm back. Now if you notice you're just floating here, you need more height or leave your hands on your hips. Okay. Now inhale, lifting the chest up. Keep the chin to your chest. Work on lifting between the shoulder blades, your upper back. Turn the palms out. And now to come out of the pose, hands on your hips and just push yourself up and then sit back down. We call that Ushtrasana, camel pose. A slightly tricky back bend because people just throw their neck into the poses. That's why we kept our chin to our chest. Now doing that one more time. When you're ready, kneel down again. Lift the chest up, inhale. Again, reach back. Keep your chin to your chest. Now, only if your neck is nice and strong here, lift the chest and start to release your head back. Really opening the chest, opening the shoulders. Eyes open. Keep breathing in this pose. To come out of it, again, leave your head where it is. Hands on your hips. And then just push yourself out of the pose. Your head will stack naturally and then you'll sit back. If you're doing this for the first few times, coming out of the pose can be pretty intense. But just remember the head goes last and comes out of the pose last and we should be good. And from here, take that blanket out to the side, cross at your shins and this time grab your blocks. Now if you don't have blocks, completely okay. You can do the same pose without blocks. Bend your knees like this. Have your palms on your blocks, fingers draping over the edges of your blocks. Having both hands and feet on the mat, inhale, press and lift your hips up. Think of this as reverse tabletop. Keep pressing the feet, lift and open the shoulders here. As you exhale, just come back down. Again, inhale, press and lift the hips up. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. We've got a few more. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, draw down. Let's do two more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release down. Last one here. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. And then cross at your ankles and we can put our blocks aside. Now as you sit here, okay, if you've got your blanket, it's always good to sit on it. If you do not, it's completely fine. Now reach your left leg out to the left side. Take your right leg, keep your right knee bent, place your right leg slightly wider than the hip if possible. Now hold on to your opposite leg with your right leg, hold on with your left arm. Now bend to your side, reach for the foot or leave your arm in the air and now turn and lean back, really stretching out that whole side of the body. You can always rest your head. You'll feel this giant stretch on this side. And come back up and then switch. Okay, other side. Again, if you're pretty new to the practice, remember it just keeps getting better with time and consistent effort. Again, now your right arm holds your left leg. And then you turn and twist. Both sides will be slightly different. One side will always be easier than the other. Take a breath here. Again, look down if your neck troubles you. And then slowly come up. And release. Okay. Now transition to lie on your back. We're going to do a few back bends and then we're going to go upside down with the help of the wall and it's time for Shavasana. So lying back. Over here, knees bent, have your feet close to the body. As you inhale, bridge pose, press your feet, lift your hips up. Now roll your shoulders under your back and interlock your hands. As you press your feet, lift the hips up, lift the buttocks up towards the ceiling. Staying here for a bit. And then slowly lower down and release. Okay, one more time. Again, inhale, press the feet, lift the hips up, roll your shoulders under your back. And as you exhale, coming down. And now we're going to add full wheel pose from there. It is optional to do Urdhva Dhanurasana. If that's not in your practice today, just repeat bridge another time. Now for those of you going up into wheel, reach your arms up, tuck your fingers under your shoulders, keep your palms pressing. As you inhale, press your hands, press your feet, lift up, opening the chest, be fully, press fully with your hands and your feet here. Let the head drop. Take a breath here. To come out of your wheel pose, bend your elbows, return to the crown of your head. As you exhale, tuck the chin to your chest and lower down. Bridge pose, if you have one more round in you, this would be your final round. Wheel going up again, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Reach your arms up, flex your hands, fingertips under your shoulders. Now press both hands and feet evenly. It's equal weight on all four palms. As you inhale, come to the crown of your head, elbows in, exhale, lift up. Full power with your hands and your feet here. Learning to stay up and upside down like this. And then when you're done, with control, lower down, crown of your head, tuck your chin in and release. And from here, hug your knees to your chest, roll to your right side, and then slowly come to sit up. We're going to go upside down before we finish our practice today. Find a wall spot. If you do not have a wall around you that you can use, or you're not inverting yet, then downward facing dog on your mat would be a great option. So I'm just going to make my way to the wall right here. We're doing a wall supported handstand. So press your feet against the wall, measure out the distance from your feet, place your hands behind you and turn around. Leave one arm there so you can measure out the distance, and then keep your hands shoulder distance apart. The base of this pose is your arms, so you want to have really strong base here. Lift your hips up like you're doing downward facing dog. Drop your head. Essentially, you want to keep looking at the wall, not at your hands. Now step one leg really high up on the wall. You don't want it to be low because that's not going to be easy to lift up. Now as you inhale, power your arms up, push away from the floor, bend the other knee and lift yourself up into a right angle. Press your heels into the wall, drop your head and push away with your hands. One more breath here. And slowly lower down. Let the knees come on your mat and just drop your head down. And then slowly lift yourself up again. If you want to do that one more time, you are more than welcome to do that another time. I'm moving on. Come back on your mat. Going upside down is really good for our minds. Okay, the blood flow that comes down to our heart and lungs absolutely helps in aiding better mental health. Now, as you lie back on your mat, okay, draw your right knee to your chest. This will be our final pose before Shavasana. Grab hold of your big toe and straighten the right leg. Extend the left leg for Supta Pada Angushtasana, supine hand to big toe pose. Again, if your knee bends, put the strap and let the strap help you extend that leg. As you inhale, open the right leg out to the right side. Left hip stays down. And now bring the leg back up. Now same leg, opposite hand and take the twist. Again, pressing out with the right foot. Left leg is nice and straight. And keeping the left shoulder down. Come back center. And let's finish this off on our final side. Left knee to your chest. Hold on to the left big toe or the strap. And then reach that left leg up. As you inhale, open the left leg out to the left side, pressing away from the hip. And now bring the leg in, same leg, opposite hand, and one final twist. Work on keeping your left shoulder down here. And then coming out of the pose and hug your knees to your chest. You could go straight into Shavasana from here, where you reach your legs in front, arms by your side, and eyes fall closed. Now, but if you have that bolster with you, you would grab that bolster at this point, place the blanket over it, and then just lie back in Supta Baddha Konasana, one of my absolute favorite poses. Soles of the feet touch, chest lifts, and you lie back. Arms by your side. Let your eyes fall closed. It's a short Shavasana, but it's still worth your time and effort. Part your teeth. Relax the muscles between the eyebrows. Let your eyes fall into the sockets. And just completely rest and release here for the next minute. And if you've got a little more time to spend in Shavasana, by all means, stay a little longer. But for those of you who are at time, slowly bend your knees. Roll to your right side. And gradually press yourself up into a seat. Let your palms come together at your heart center. And let the head drop to the heart. Slowly blink open your eyes and release your palms. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope that class was helpful. As always, it means a lot if you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. I'll see you next week with a brand new video. Until then, enjoy your practice.